Well, good morning, everybody. We're GFBS, Grand Forks' best source on a dirty Thursday. Other half of the Bullring Boys, Chad Hoff, couldn't make it in today. Voice problems again or something. Well, we'll see. He'll be back again next Thursday, though. Today's show, oh, by the way, on the show today, Mike Witheril, Brady Johnson, and Ryan Corbett as we talk Go-Kart racing with Forks Karting Association. And, of course, Ryan Corbett, NLRA late model driver. Talking with him. Show today brought to you by the Broken Drum right across from Home of Economy. Love the place, man. Their food is great. The people are awesome. The beer's not too bad either. It's where I stopped before and after the races. And, I was there yesterday and I was there Tuesday, and I'll probably be there today too. But gives you an idea. We love the Broken Drum. Stop by for a cold one or lunch or supper. And great to be talking about the Broken Drum again. Make sure you let them know that we told you all about them. They're right across from Home of Economy in Grand Forks. Time now for our daily segment called Jokes My Neighbor Tells Me. Here we go. Jokes My Neighbor Tells Me. What's a race car backwards? What is a race car backwards? Terrible. That's all I'm going to get out of you guys, huh? To my left, Brady Johnson, flagman for Forks Karting Association. Across from him, Mike Witheril, flagman at River City Speedway, Devil's Lake Speedway, and Ryan Corbett, NLRA late model racer. Welcome to the show, fellas.
Thanks.
How y'all doing?
Good.
Let's talk go-karts first. Last night, second night of the year. How'd it go there, Brady?
It went great. Had 57 carts out there. Got started. Everything went smooth. And
everything went good. Didn't get done too late.
No.
Kind of different without the candy toss and all that stuff, isn't it?
Makes it a lot faster.
Yeah? How do you like flagging?
I love it.
Yeah?
Nothing better.
How'd you get into it?
I don't even know.
You have anything to do with it?
Well, I was racing out there for about 10 years before that, and then they needed some help out there, and then I stepped up, and me and my dad, we hopped out there and started helping out, and now look at us.
The rest is history. Look at us. And by the way, congratulations on the graduation.
Thank you.
Hey, Mike, longtime flagman. I know you've been around the dirt track world for a while. Tell us a little bit about how you got started.
Well, my dad started racing back in the 70s, street stocks, and what they had back then was semi-late models, I believe they called it. So, of course, as a young kid, I was out in the garage with him. I suppose my mom couldn't stand me in the house, so get out there with your dad. But learned a lot from my dad in that regard, how to work on race cars. Wanted to race, just didn't have the financial backing to do that.
Sure.
I used to go to the races quite often with Ryan's uncle, Jim. Had started young, so I helped him pit. And then Jim quit racing and got a job out at the Speedway, which was Grand Forks Speedway at the time. And Jim had worked out there about a year, and he called me up and he said, hey, would you like to come and work out here? That was 1994, I believe, 94, 95. And I've been there. I took an 8-year hiatus, mid-2000s, and I've been back again since 2012. So just can't get it out of my blood. I've tried golfing on Friday nights, all kinds of things, going to the lake. Just the dirt track always felt like I should be there.
Yeah, and if that's not enough, then you go do it on Saturday nights too.
And I really was hedging on that. Nolan had approached me at the end of last season, and with this COVID-19 epidemic, pandemic, whatever they call it, my summer was kind of messed up anyway, so I thought I'd go out and help Nolan, and it's been really a good thing. We were really getting it going out there.
Yeah, they're doing a great job. Nolan and Heather were on the show last week, and I've been lucky enough to get to call a couple of races there too, and I plan on going back more in the season here. But yeah, hats off to those guys. And it's nice where you can go race an hour away from here too, and which we will get to as we introduce Ryan Corbett to the show. Hey, how you doing? First timer here.
Good, thanks.
And it's funny because the way the season got going at River City Speedway this year with the whole COVID thing and only allowing so many people, we didn't have the two biggest classes. We didn't have the late models. We didn't have the outlaw sprint cars. And then when finally things start to ease up a little bit, we got to run, the sprint cars and the late models. And it was funny because when you guys were getting ready to go, you had texted me or reached out to me that morning and this was for the Officer Cody Holte Memorial Foundation, or the Memorial Fund. And you'd said, you know what, I'm going to, whatever I win tonight, we're going to give to that. And I'm asking you to challenge the rest of the race car drivers to do that. I put it out there. I don't know how many of them accepted it. But then, lo and behold, Ryan Corbett, you are the winner that night.
Yeah.
And it doesn't happen very often. A very hard place to win a race in a late model, isn't it?
Yeah, there isn't many winners when you go through the list throughout the season on, how many actually, probably 5 at most, names through there. So I feel fortunate when I actually got excited that time.
Yeah. And
last September, I wasn't too excited for whatever reason. I kind of raced for fun and relaxation in a way, and I don't ever go there expecting to be the guy standing there. So
yeah, and it's a great way of putting it, but kind of gives you new life, doesn't it? When you win one of those things.
Yeah, in a way, for me, it kind of takes the pressure off. If you can get 1 or 2 or 3. I mean, that back in the day where Sites and those guys could rattle off 10, 12, 14 wins. You don't see it anymore.
No, there's a lot of good guys that are equal. I mean, now between the late models and the sprints, there could be 5, 7, 8 guys on any given night that could win that race.
Yeah, I mean, I knew. Yeah, you just kind of, and I went a little hard after the races that night just because you never know when you're going to get to do it again. So I had a couple beverages, but the next week you show back up, and I don't know where. I mean, when I won the race, it was kind of simple. I started out front and just kept the momentum going. But the next week, I'm back there 10th or 12th. I think I started 16th, and it was a heck of a race back there. And the first yellow come out, and I counted 1, 2, 3, 10. I'm like, you got to be kidding me! I thought I was in third or something, But that's how humbling it is. 1 week you're winning, the next year you can't figure it out for whatever reason. It's just a nightmare, and then I think that's what brings everybody back. You think it's kind of like golf.
Sure.
One day you're good, and the next you're terrible.
Yep. Like my bowling game.
Yeah.
And since there was no victory lane celebration, you got to celebrate in your own way, right?
Yeah.
And I would do the same thing.
Yeah, I ended up sleeping in the car that night inside the trailer, so it was a long night.
Did you leave the pits, or did you just stay there all night?
Yeah, I made it to the shop. So.
Oh, okay. Well,
I actually took the shop door down back in the trailer. I still let my foot in it, is what I told people.
Oh, yeah. It's just habit, right?
Yeah.
Are you running again Saturday in Devil's Lake then?
It depends. We got hockey going on in Fargo, so
sure.
If they're doing well, I might just do that. It all depends.
Mm-hmm. And now, is that the first NLRA race of the year? I'm not sure.
From what I've seen, it's
okay, because we got a lot of good race car drivers from Canada that can't come down and run, and I can see how they're holding off on those. But hopefully we're gonna get that border open here soon. And let's go back to some kart racing here for a little bit. First off, I want to hear about Brady. You yelled at Mike last night. What happened there?
I don't even know.
Oh, come on! One of you two is going to tell me.
Well, all I seen was Mike putting around the track, going half throttle and pointing and waving. I didn't know what the heck he was waving at. And lo and behold, after the race, I figured it out, but I had to get on him a little bit.
What were you pointing at, Mike?
One of my fellow competitors hit one of the infield discs, and it had jumped out into the middle of the track, and it really messed up my line. So that's why. That running into the back of one of the other carts. So
now, a lot of people don't realize, they think, oh, it's go-karts. Anybody could jump in a go-kart and race. A little bit more to it than that, isn't there, you guys?
A lot more.
Yeah? How much do you got into your cart, do you figure?
Well, probably the cart I race right now, I'd say anywhere between $3,000 to $3,500. Over the years, I've just accumulated a fleet, so I don't even know how much money I have into it. I have probably 3 or 4 chassis, and I'm partners with Kevin Embry and Jade Embry, and we call it e-racing. And we've just had a lot of fun with it over the years. And I am vice president with the club, and we're out there to promote racing for the young people, and that's our mission.
Well, you look at a lot of the sprint car drivers here at River City Speedway, and a lot of them started out in go-karts. A lot of them.
Yeah, I think, I can think of Mark Dobmeyer for sure, Jade Hastings, Jordan Graham.
We got Zach Umdahl now.
Yep, Zach, yep.
And, boy, he took a really good tumble in a go-kart last year, didn't he? You see his leg? Yeah. It was like this big hemo whatever something on his leg, but ho, ho, ho.
That was a nasty one.
That
That
was
was
the worst
probably
one
one
I've
of the
ever
worst
seen.
ones I've seen out there in my time out there.
Have you ever really crashed hard in your go-kart?
I have in the same spot Zach did about 5 years ago, and I suffered a whiplash, and I'm still feeling the effects of that some days. And so it's a little bit dangerous, but if you don't get over your head too much, you usually don't have those issues.
How about you, Brady? Ever wreck a go-kart and get hurt?
Yeah, I remember one time, it was probably 7 years ago, I was going down the back stretch and got too high and it went off. And them hay bales, they suck you in, and I just whammed into them and I popped out of my cart, and it was a pretty good one.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't honestly remember it. I blacked out.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I saw our neighbor Ryder Blasky one on Facebook the other
Ryder Blasky, give him a shout-out.
Ryder and his dad, Nathan, yep.
Yeah.
Hey, look at that picture there. There's Brady Johnson in the flag stand last night. That's a nice pose there, buddy.
Yeah.
You knew the paparazzi was
Yeah.
out and about, didn't you?
Yeah, I've seen her walking around.
Let's get back to Ryan Corbett here. How did you get your start in racing, Ryan?
Well, I think my grandpa used to race years ago, and then my uncle Jim. So I was kind of, and my dad too, raced for years, and so I was kind of always around it, and just kind of waited until I got a couple nickels together, and I had a modified. I think I bought it from Brian Strand. Was the
okay.
first modified. I went over to Bemidji and grabbed it. And tried the half mile in Fargo. I never did go-karting or nothing like that, so I took the modified down to Fargo, made it 3/4 of a lap, and stuffed it in the wall, and was on the record.
Wrecked the car?
Yeah, I wrecked a lot of it.
Yeah.
That's for sure. So it's been a learning experience when you start. Like go-karts, when you guys were talking about that, I was thinking, it helps you go through the emotions of just lining up, flag fans, understanding, get their preparation, anything for. So I'd say, yeah, if you're thinking about doing it, it's a good place to start.
I mean, because there is etiquette on a racetrack when you're a race car driver too. I mean, there's things that a flagman doesn't have to be barking at you in your headset. You don't need the competition director barking at you. I mean, you guys have been doing this long enough. You know how it is. And normally, and I'm sure Mike will attest to this, if you've got to scream at somebody in their race car, they know it's coming, I would think.
Well, you'd hope they would anyway. Some nights it's worse than others. I think last Friday maybe we had the full moon out at the Speedway, and it was a long night, and we barked at a few drivers.
That was a long night. How long have you, Ryan, been running the late model now?
I think I started in 2001. And took about 5 years off. I can't remember when it was, and then when I got back in this last time here, a buddy, Matt Auckland, just said, "Oh, there's a car cheap," so I went and bought it. And then I took off in October, and they did something to the track. So Brad took it out and ran a few laps to see the new shape of the track. I get back in April for test and tune and grenaded the motor on the very first lap in practice. So,
Oh, no. Did you blame it on Brad?
well, he was smart enough to shut it off one lap early. So yeah, after that, it was welcome back. Here we go again. So,
Oh, boy. Yeah, let's do this again.
and I was going to just do it for fun and just kind of, hey, I'll take it out once in a while. And then all of a sudden you just...
it's
fall
like a
right
drug,
back into
isn't
the
it?
Trap, yeah.
Yeah, and a thing a lot of people don't realize, and we talk about this all the time, you don't just load it up in the trailer on Fridays, go to the racetrack, put it back in the trailer, and do it again next week. There's a lot of maintenance involved with these cars and with go-karts.
There is. I got to laugh when you say that now because mine's actually in the shop, but it's still in the trailer. So to try juggle it all without a crew.
Yeah.
Back when people were young, you got a handful of people that would
Sure.
come around and drink the beer and turn the wrenches, but now it's...
They're basically just you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Besides on get out there Friday, I'll try to bring somebody with. So, yeah, it's to do it right is difficult.
It is. And that's the thing is people don't realize, too, is if you win a race at these local dirt tracks, you're not going to get rich. These guys don't get paid to help. If you see a guy that's got 4 or 5 or 6 guys in his pits with him, they're just doing it because they love the sport, too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a lot of it, too, when you said that you don't do it to get rich. But there's a lot of people in there that are just hanging on. I remember in my early days, I would borrow money from a guy to get there, knowing that I could give it back to him on Friday when I get the check or something.
Yep.
So there's a lot of those guys in the pits, and you can see them, and you always feel for them, but they all love it like everybody else just to try it. And then as far as making it and having a little bit to spend, and then you get to the catch of do you want to spend it all on it? You know, you can do it either way you want. So
Yep.
that's why sometimes a fifth, a seventh, a third feels a lot different to the next guy versus winning. You know, it's
Sure.
There's different ways of adjusting it.
And that reminds me, years ago I used to help a guy on an A-mod, and we used to run up in Greenbush. And I remember he blew a motor, and on Fridays or Saturdays, I don't remember what day we ran up there back then, but we'd pull the motor out of his one pickup, and we'd throw it in the race car and go racing with it that weekend, and then get back and throw it back in the pickup so we could drive it to work.
Yeah.
I mean, boy, times have changed a little bit.
Yeah, and I can't remember which way was funner. You know, I mean, now now it's getting so technical that you know, a lot of people don't leave there very happy on a Friday. And back in the day, when you were just winging it, you didn't know any better. You were showing up having fun, and that's what it was all about. You know, so
Amanda actually has a question here too.
Okay.
Did I see correctly that there's a new Corbett racing this year in a street stock?
yeah, a little brother Brandon, he started out for I think he's got 2 nights in it now.
Okay.
Kept it straight, sits around the bottom a little lower. I try to tell him slide up a little and give it more gas, but it's funny. Before he ever raced on his first night out, he was calling me, telling me about a special way out in Wisconsin. Going, you might want to just try
Get a little bit of seat time first,
try
buddy.
Get it in hot laps and see what you think of that. But I mean, a lot of people have never been in a car.
Right.
It looks easy.
Oh, no, I know.
Just when your first little rumble, when that thing starts to shake and you're lining up next to somebody, then you know you signed up for something a little different than it looks like.
Yeah, right when you're about ready to pee your pants.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever had one of those moments in a race car where you thought, wow, I really got lucky there, or maybe scared you a little bit?
I don't really get scared much, but it's lucky, yeah. I mean, there was one time back in Bemidji Speedway where I was down the back chute and somebody, whatever, we jumped wheels and I took down about 2 telephone poles, and the wheel and the shaft were still snapped off in my hand in the car. So
Wow.
that was there was a little ruckus on the track after that. A lot of people come out and pushing and shoving, and
Jeepers.
so yeah, I guess probably lucky on that.
Cars are pretty safe nowadays. We got the safety crews, the fire crews, and I'm going to try to get those guys on the show here from River City Speedway, the fire and safety crews here one of these days too. But how important is that on a racetrack? I mean, all of you guys can answer this one.
Yeah, I mean, as far as I think it's important when you go to places that don't have the quality that River City's has. That's when you start thinking about it.
Sure.
Here, I think I take it for granted because I don't even think about it. You know they're good, and you know they got all the equipment. But you go to a couple places and you're looking around and going, "Oof, I hope nothing bad goes on." So,
Yeah, or if I do catch on fire, I'm going to try to park it in the pond over there or something, because there are some tracks that got some water around them too. Let's see. Oh, I know one thing I got to do here.
I was going to say, go to camera 3 here. I got this sharp hat on.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, he's got one, and now
Turn the right way?
there you go. There you go. And if you didn't see it, now you can see mine. All right, hat change, just like the race car drivers do. Let's talk a little bit about go-karts here for a couple of minutes. What do you got there, Brady? You got some raffle tickets.
Yeah, we have a month of money raffle. We're going to do it for the month of August. Usually do it for the month of July. So it's 5 Wednesdays at $500, 3 Saturdays at $250, and 18 weekdays at $50. We still got to figure out when we do the big draw for $1,000.
Because you guys got thrown off there after missing the first bit.
Go to camera 4.
Oh, there we go. And the tickets are $10.
$10 a piece, and what they're used for this year, we're getting some new lights out there, and like previous years, we expanded our pits about double the size. And
Yeah, you guys you're working on quite a few changes. Yeah. And it's funny because I ran into you and your dad yesterday, and remember what time it was. It was early in the afternoon, and I said, "Oh, you guys already got a guy out there working on the track," and he had said that he started at like midnight the night before. Is that right? Something like that?
They go out there pretty late, and they stay out there late, and then they go home and go to bed. Then they're out there right away in the morning and work the track all day long.
So it's basically kind of like prepping the big track, but just on a smaller scale. There's that much involved in getting a good race surface.
Yeah, and the race surface for the last 4 years has just been tremendous. Brandon and Adam and Kevin do a heck of a job of getting that track good. It's been the fastest it's ever been.
Yep. So you guys are working on lights. I think you did some new fence work. What else is going on Forks Karting Association's track?
Well, like as Brady said, we're working on the lights. We try to take, we're a nonprofit, organization. So what we try to do is, take all the money that we raise with the raffle, that sort of thing, for capital improvements on the track.
Yep.
We put water barrels. We took the hay bales out. Brady talked about those earlier, hitting them. That was like hitting a brick wall. Really.
Sure.
So we're looking for safety improvements.
Yep.
We've got some work left to do on the grandstand. We're going to make it a little more accessible for the elderly people. We've had some complaints that there's no handrails. So we're going to do that. We also sell advertising on billboards in the back and then on the back of the grandstand. So if anybody's interested in that, get a hold of us.
The numbers are on our webpage too.
Okay, but it's just FKA or what's your website?
So www.forkskartingassociation.com.
Okay. What else we got for pictures up there? Anything?
Oh, here's the Forks Karting Association.
Okay.
And then you go to the schedule.
Yeah, we have our schedule up there. We don't have
okay.
points up from last night yet, but
Classes, I think you said.
Yep, classes, just all the different classes, novice, rookie, gas. You can start when you're as little as 5 years old and race until you're
55.
Yep.
And still going. How long are you going to keep doing this, Mike?
As long as I can keep fitting in the go-kart. With you over at the Broken Drum, my belly's got a little bit of the color beer belly.
Why don't you go back to that too? I got the contact information, so people can screenshot.
All right, there you go. If you guys want to screenshot that, they got the contact information.
And go ahead and message Forks Karting Association Facebook page. I try to keep up on that as well as I can. And
all right, we got what else we got for pictures up there? I know we had a couple of more pictures. Let's see if we can find them here. Oh, look at that close up. Is that a selfie?
That's a flagman selfie from. There's a picture of Doug Clark and myself, and I'm a much younger version there.
Of both of you, yeah.
I would say that picture was taken in 1996 because that's a Grand Forks County Speedway shirt. And it looks a lot like the Domino Pizza delivery.
Yeah, and then long-time flagman at Knoxville.
Hall of Famer. Husitz. Yeah, he's everywhere. He's a legend in the flagging business.
What else we got? Anything? Or we're waiting for the slideshow?
Well, there's an old picture of, actually, that's Lon Kasager's son, Jake, up there with me. And I would say that was late 90s, early 2000s. We must be discussing a call. As you can tell, I wear a helmet and a visor now. I didn't even have a hat on back then, so I must have been half crazy. But
Probably tougher for you to tell what year it's from with that 80s do you still rock.
I like uniformity, my friend.
Yeah. All right, there's a golden oldie there.
Yeah, that came out of the program. I'm not sure, probably. Well, there again, I had the Grand Forks Speedway, County Speedway shirt on. That was my mentor, Gary Bowman. He was from your area.
Mm-hmm. I knew Gary for...
Gary taught me a hell of a lot about flagging and how a show should be run. And ever indebted to him for that. God rest Gary.
Yeah, he was a hell of a guy. Yeah, man. I missed that laugh.
And there's a photo of, I think, last season.
Yep.
And that's my assistant flagman with me. He was also a childhood lifetime friend, Dan Mankey. And we looked pretty sharp in those outfits.
Those are nice. I wish I could have got one of those.
I've been teasing Darren from the Speedway. We need fancy outfits like that.
So now with the helmet and visor, I know you probably you had to do some tweaking, a little bit of tweaking beforehand, some go-kart pictures now, but and I'm sure you didn't. It probably took a little time to get used to. All of a sudden, now you got a helmet on and a visor, but probably the right move.
Yes, Dan and I decided. Dan had got hit in the side of the head with a rock, and I've been hit a few times in the face, never in the back of the head. And Dan got hit in the back of the head, and we decided we needed to do something, and we didn't want full face helmets. Doug Clark and those guys down at the Knoxville Speedway, we went down with Brady for the Nationals, and they had that on. But it was hot, and I could tell that, and Clark was sweating all over the place. So we decided to go with the half shorty helmets, and then actually I was out at Revolutions with Lon Kasager, and we were looking at him, and Lon's shop manager came in, and I said, this thing would be great if it had like a half shield, like a hockey helmet, like the players use. And his shop manager said, well, hell, I can make one of those up in 10 minutes. So he went out and cut an old snowmobile helmet and shield in half and bolted them on, and Yeah, they work really good, especially in dusty conditions. Mm-hmm. Not so good when it's muddy, but we don't seem to have that anymore.
Does it help you here? Do you got to wear earplugs or a monitor?
Yes, I have a headset, and I have 2 radios each side. One I can talk to the drivers on a one-way radio, and the other is with the track crew. And
can you actually hear better through the headset with the helmet on than you could before?
I would
About the
say
same?
spades on that.
Okay.
Actually, the headsets are a little bit less noise blocking, so I do wear some cotton in my ears besides. So I guess if I miss a call, I can always blame it on that.
Yeah. I tell you what, Ryan, have you ever had him screaming at you in your headset in the car?
I'm sure a couple times. He's actually pretty fun to listen to in the races before when we're getting ready to get out there. I think he cut himself off last Friday. He started off on that, I think when Hastings rolled, he was saying something, and then either somebody else cut him off or he figured out to shut her down. But,
Well, I don't get to listen to you, Mike, but I listen to Lon, and I know he gets a little animated occasionally up there too. But you know what? Sometimes that's what it takes. Ryan, how long you going to keep running this late model? Any idea?
no idea, actually.
Long as it's still fun?
I said this is going to be my last year, but I don't know. I think the COVID thing bring me back next year, right?
Yeah. And a win surely must help.
I don't know. I really don't roll on the wins.
You don't, huh?
No, I don't. I don't know why, but I just like doing it. I like spending my time on the car. And as far as racing, to me, I get 4 hours where my phone don't ring. And
Oh, yeah, well, that's a good way to put it. It's the first time I've actually really got to talk to you, and I was told you're pretty easygoing.
Yeah.
And I think that's pretty obvious here on the show today.
yeah, I mean, I do get revved up every once in a blue moon, but probably for the right reason, I hope. But
Money-wise, who helps you with the car? You want to give a shout-out to any of
Yeah.
your sponsors?
yeah, we got Hefty Seat on there. They're a big help. The Diamond Lounge, CHS, S&S Transport. They haven't paid yet. But, and then, who else do we have? I'm missing somebody.
Yeah.
Oh, we got Dempsey Truck Service.
Oh, sure.
They've been good for many years.
Yep.
There's a real estate agent on there, too.
Oh, yeah, there is. Thanks, Mike. The best real estate in town, Jess Rice. Just get a hold of her if you're
Okay.
buying or selling.
Yeah, you happen to know her, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she said she's, looking to sell one today. So
Oh, good. All right. You got any sponsors on that go-kart there, Mike?
You know, basically S&S Transport helps me out a little bit. Other than that, I'm pretty much sponsor myself. So if anybody wants to get on the side of it, we're open for business with Kevin Embry Racing, E-Racing we call it. But we're pretty much self-funded other than S&S helps us out with a little bit of fuel.
Yep. That's anything helps, right? Brady, you want to one day be flagman like Mike at the big tracks?
It'd be cool, yeah, but
I know you've done some stuff up there with him in the past.
Yeah.
Kind of like little mentorship there or something.
Yeah, actually, Lon Kasager and I were getting a little gray in the beard. He's got one, I don't. But, anyway, long in the tooth, however you want to put it. But Brady's the future. We've kind of brought him in, and this year's been a little off with the COVID. We've done some social distancing up on the flag stand, so I don't even have Dan up there with me. But hopefully we get back to normal here soon, and we can get Brady back on track, and he's the future of the officiating side.
Yeah, and really, like mine, that's platinum highlights, if you're wondering.
Okay.
Yeah, you got
hey,
that.
I want to thank the flagsmans too, because probably the only time they hear from the drivers is when
when they're
have
pissed about
problems,
something.
but
Yep.
I know I wouldn't stand up there. Even as a fan, get close to the fence once. So to stand down there, especially with sprint cars, the way things can take off, you wouldn't get me to stand up there.
At the race last week, was it the street stock race where it was so close, and it actually looked like the car that took second maybe nosed ahead of them, but it depends on transponders in the car. It's not, you don't make the call on who wins. There's a thing underneath the ground, and everybody's got it in their car, and there was a guy standing right below us up in the press box up there. And he started the BS chant, and he was all over the place. And I got so sick of it, I pounded on the window in front of me, and it's like, hey, knock it off. But I know you probably heard an earful there.
Yeah, there's a little confusion at the Speedway right now because if you're out there and you're looking down, there's a yellow line, and it says Rydell Victory Lane Finish Line. That is not the finish line.
Right.
The finish line is where the loop of the transponder, which you're referring to earlier, is buried on my left elbow, like right straight across from the flag stand is where that loop is. And actually, the 51 car, which won the race, he was ahead at that loop.
Okay.
Now, if you went to the Rydell finish line, 46 Johnny Carter was actually ahead at that point. Now, if I was to call that race, I would have been wrong because I would have looked at
Right.
and I'm terrible on those calls since we've had the transponders. So to anybody in the previous days before we had them, I apologize. I think I'm like 0 for 4 on those calls. So.
But now,
thank goodness we have those transponders.
yeah, and the transponders don't lie.
No.
And they're all, I believe, mounted on the firewall or in the same spot in the cars. Is that right?
Yes, every class, has their own spot for them. And that's one of the things we check immediately on a close race is Mike Wentz, our tech man. He'll be checking to see where the transponder is to make sure it's in the legal spot. Because if you have it ahead, you have an advantage.
Sure.
So that's one of the things we
two
look
of
at right away.
Run 2 of them.
One way up by the nose piece that's actually wired in, and then the one
Hide that one in the fake headlight.
Yeah. The mic's onto that stuff. But just like to thank Ryan for bringing that up. Most of the time when, as a flagman, we're down at the scale 20 minutes after the race. That's where the session starts, where all the complaining. We've had a pretty good run, but we do occasionally have to have an argument down there. But it's been pretty good over the last few years. We haven't had much of that.
And I'm guessing that you probably hear a little bit from somebody almost every Friday night when you go down there.
Yeah, and the next day I'll get a text from one of the racers. I don't know how they get my number, but they do. But
It's in the bathroom.
Yeah. Anyway,
Does it say for a good time call?
no, for any bad calls, call this guy.
Now,
But,
after these guys think about it, though, for a while, I'm guessing a lot of them go, hey, you know what, I probably got a little overexcited there, and I apologize, or do you not get much of that?
a little bit, not a whole lot. A lot of times they don't say anything because they've cooled off. That's why after the races, I won't go directly down there. I usually let 20 to a half hour to kind of let things cool down. The heat of the battle, I learned early in my career and from Gary, don't even attempt to try to reason with them when they're on the track. Just tell the orders.
No reasoning.
Yeah, and I really don't have a lot of arguing. So as my assistant Dan had mentioned one day, and I said, it went pretty good tonight. He says, well, I don't mean to sound arrogant. He said, but when you make the right calls, it should go that way.
Yeah.
So,
And, the transponder thing, as far as what I do there, being the announcer, boy, I tell you what, it's a lot easier than not having one when you have a computer, because you get some of these races, and if they're a longer race and all of a sudden you've got lap traffic, if you look this way 1 minute and then look that way back at the leaders, and all of a sudden it's like, where are they? Well, then you can look back at the computer, and it makes it a lot easier. The technology is just getting crazy.
yeah, it's really helped. And we use the transponders in the go-karts, too.
Mm-hmm. And that's a good thing.
Yes.
It makes your job easier, for sure. Have we had any comments or anybody calling in yet or anything?
Yeah, well, so Kevin, he said he's only black flagged once in 25 years. It was with his brother flagged. The rest of them were really good.
Was that Kevin? Did he have a last name?
Pappin.
Yep.
Kevin Pappenfuss.
Yep.
He's from Park River, yeah.
Yep, good guy.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I was thinking maybe that was Kevin Thompson.
Oh,
Kevin Thompson and I had a little bit of a history back in the day. He's a long-time late model racer, but we didn't see eye to eye a lot of times, and we're pretty good friends now. But
yeah.
we had some fun times back then.
You ever have a knockdown drag out with anybody after a race?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. You don't have to go into it.
In that.
Okay. Ryan, how about you? You ever had to just throw down with somebody after the race?
Not really.
No. Ever been just so mad at somebody you had to go say something to them, or?
No.
I just can't see that with you, but
apologizing.
yeah, apologizing. And let's all face it, there's some guys that will do something wrong on the racetrack and they will not apologize.
Yeah, no, I feel terrible when I do something, and I don't think anybody at certain levels, or nobody's out there trying to wreck somebody, but you always think, I can get this done in this corner, and then all
Yep.
of a sudden there's a car in your way.
Yeah, all of a sudden that car grows a little bit, or
And, I mean, it's no fun to wreck anybody's equipment. That's for sure.
You
Also asked if Ryan has a race class that he raced that he liked best.
class that you liked best racing.
So I could drive the street stock this Friday, but I passed on it. My little brother's going to be gone. I said,
Oh.
I've never driven a street stock, and I said, I have no desire. I don't know, they're heavy, and I just
Yep, lot different.
Yeah, but as far as liking sprints, I ran in 2000 for 1 year, and it was
Oh,
a blast.
yeah.
And it didn't matter where you finished. The thing is, as far as the power to weight, it was it's undescribable.
And back then, they had so many different types of motors, too. What were you running back then? Was
I
it a
had
snowmobile or a motorcycle?
No, I had the big 410. I don't know. What was the big name down south? I can't remember.
Oh,
Westmar.
No, bigger.
bigger.
But I remember going down to Indiana to get the motor, and they fired it up on the dyno. And right then, I'm not doing this.
Really?
It was insane. Yeah. It was like 780 horsepower back then.
Jeepers.
So when I got pushed, I think Tom Eglin was helping us back then. We didn't even know what it looked like to get it started. So he come around, and then we pushed it and got it started out on the gravel.
Okay, you said limited.
No.
Oh, okay. I thought you said lightning at first. I'm like, snowmobile motor or what? Okay, well,
Is this on?
yeah. No, are these on? My hearing is going.
But no, my brother would reach in and pull as hard as he could on those straps. Mm-hmm. And even now, I kind of like last Friday, if the track's slick, I'll kind of loosen up the belts a little, breathe a little easier.
Sure.
But in that sprint car, whoever could pull the hardest on those belts to get in there and go. And I think I got one more race left in one. I just got to switch somebody one Friday out there. So
You're going to try it, huh?
I'd like to one more time. Yeah.
I've actually been offered a couple of opportunities to hot lap sprint car, and I won't because I'm just scared to death of like when you were talking about Brad shook down your car, and then I'd get in it and blow a motor.
You just walk away and hurry up.
Yeah. And then call in sick the next Friday. Big plans coming up. You going to try to run a full schedule? Are you going to follow the NLRA guys as much as you can, Ryan?
Yeah, as much as I can. That shouldn't be a problem other than this weekend. But, I'm hoping I can get up. If they lose a couple, then I'm out of there.
Mm-hmm. Is that kid playing hockey?
Yeah, 14-year-old.
Oh, okay.
You can miss one or two.
So is he
summertime, right?
Bantam?
We'll be a Bantam. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Love hockey. I mean, I'm a hockey fanatic. Any big shows for you guys coming up with the Forks Karting Association, or business as usual for a while here?
Business as usual. We just have our big track championship race at the end of the year, and then we do have our state show on the weekend of the Sykes.
Okay, yeah, that's always a fun one. Yeah. Hopefully you guys will ask me back for that one again. I enjoyed it. With the catfishing thing I do on Wednesdays, if it wasn't, I would be at the racetrack with you guys. But again, now, Forks Karting Association, the racetrack is right out at the fairgrounds. It's right kind of kitty corner from the River City Speedway. And if you're wondering what everybody's doing there on Wednesday nights, go check it out, because if you've never seen go-kart racing, some of these go-karts, I mean, it's really fun watching the little kids, the ones that are just starting. But some of these karts and these guys that drive these karts are amazing, and they are amazingly fast, too. So what do you guys charge to get in if somebody wants to come and watch?
It's usually $5 for adults in the stands. We have to wait now. We have to wait for the next county commission meeting to get them
sure.
open and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
But $10 pit pass fees, and
And if
kids
you want
5 and under are free in the grandstands, and if 6 to 18 is $1 or $2.
Oh,
I
yeah,
can't remember.
nothing. And if you guys are wondering about the county commission, yeah, we do have their phone numbers here. So I want to get off track here a little bit. We have never talked about this on a Dirty Thursday, but I want to bring up NASCAR, the things that are happening in NASCAR right now. They've been struggling for a fan base. It seems like it's going down now over the years, but all this latest stuff, Bubba Wallace, the Confederate flag and all of these things. Your thoughts on which direction NASCAR is going right now?
I don't know. They've been struggling for years, and just everything going on, it's just going to separate it all.
Mm-hmm.
They're taking the racing out of it.
Yeah. Mike, your thoughts?
Well, it just seems to me that they've kind of alienated their base.
Yeah, the true NASCAR, the start of the NASCAR fans.
And a lot of their tracks are in the South, and, they lost me a long time ago. I find it quite boring. I call it NAPCAR.
Yep.
A lot of people do.
Yeah. That's just my opinion. I don't know, like Brady mentioned, they've put politics into the racing. And, we don't really need that as a sport. I'm a big dirt track fan, always have been, and I think I'll continue to be that way.
Yeah, Ryan, any thoughts for you?
NASCAR, no, not really. I mean, I watch 5 laps a year, and that's the last 5 of the 500. Other than that, I could.
Yeah, I like watching Daytona. I watch Talladega and watch the short track Bristol. I don't mind watching those. But here's the deal now. I mean, I get the Confederate flag. I've never been a big thing about it. You know, it's not the top of my list. And a lot of these things now, the statues and the monuments around the country and the world that are getting torn down by these people, you might not agree with this, folks, but it's still part of our history. And that's the thing that really gets me going. It's still part of our history. Pretty soon, we won't even need a darn history class in school because they're just going to wipe it all out. And I think that's the way this whole thing is turning. That's just my little take on it. Anything more you guys want to talk about?
Just for as far as bringing up the monuments and all what's going on there, just a job application would probably get most of them to run.
There you go. Yeah, or a pair of work boots, right? Yeah. Well, there you go.
I'd just like to give a little shout out to Ryan. You know, I've known him, like I said, quite a long time. He's quite a versatile race car driver. I enjoyed when he raced sprints, and I used to crew with him on the modified a little bit. And, he's just a nice fella. And Brady, we're kind of hoping, you know, down the road we can get him more involved, as we alluded to earlier, as a flag man. And
Yeah.
it's just fun. One thing just a personal observation I've noticed over the years is, you know, most of the families that are racing stay together.
Yeah, they do.
You know, I don't notice a high divorce rate it's the same people at the racetrack every year. You know, I can think of the Andersons and, you know, the Strands and, you know, just all kinds of families that are just bond by this racing thing, and it's a good thing.
And, you know, not only does it bond those families together, but the whole racing community is kind of like a family. I mean, one of my favorite times of the night is walking back to the pits before the races, because you always got to stop here, and here before you even get to the pits, because it's, the same people, but they're there every week. They're supporting a great show, a great racetrack, and guys like you that make this show possible. And again, you guys, thanks for coming on the show today.
Thanks for
having me.
Probably my favorite day of the week is Dirty Thursday, no doubt about it. There you go, Dirty Thursday. Any more comments or questions or anybody, Paul?
A lot of people watching. Amanda, great show today. You know, and I think we pretty much touched base on everything else that everybody was asking.
You guys ain't giving nothing away.
We might give you something. I don't know. We'll see here. We're kind of waiting on more stuff, but
Cash prizes.
Yeah, the trip and the luggage, right? Do want to give a shout out to our Canadian followers up there. I know there's a whole lot of them up there that are jonesing for some racing.
That's what I forgot to mention. I thought for sure Mike Balkin would surface. Right?
Yeah.
If anybody could get across the border,
Yeah.
he's going to make it. But
He could hide in Jimmy Belandry's booze semi on the way back, and maybe he could sneak his car in there. And Jim Belandry, if you're out there, maybe we could work something out. Again, thank you guys. Great show. Love Dirty Thursday. And again, today's show, Dirty Thursday, brought to you by the Broken Drum, right across from Home of Economy. Awesome food, awesome people, great times. We're in there a lot. Paul and I are, and you guys too. In fact, Brady's in there for lunch quite a bit too. So I'm glad to get to talk about the Broken Drum again on the airwaves. And Bruce, your thoughts are with us, and we're praying for you, buddy. Stop in and check it out for yourself. You might run into us. Broken Drum, it's right across the street from Home of Economy. And again, thanks, guys, for Dirty Thursday, for stopping into the show today. Let's see, tomorrow, hey, we're talking fishing, catfishing again. Captain Brad Durek will be in here. You know, you got the big Shields Boundary Battle Catfish Tournament going on this weekend. In fact, we'll be there broadcasting some live stuff on Sunday. That should be fun. And also, if you want to become a Podbean premium subscriber, it's easy. Just go to your Play Store, you download Podbean, search GFBS, you hit follow it by premium, you're all set. Chance for you to win some great prizes, including that Weber grill. That'll be going out here very soon. Make sure you like, share, and tag us. We're GFBS. We're Grand Forks' best source. We're giving Grand Forks an identity again.